presented by Data.World. It's your honest, no BS, non salesy conversation about enterprise data management with tasty beverages in hand. I'm Tim Gasper, a longtime data nerd, product guy, customer guy at Data.World, joined by Juan. Hey, Juan.
Hey, everybody. I'm Juan Cicada, principal scientist at Data.World. And as always, it's Wednesday, and it's actually 5 o'clock where I am right now, because usually it's 4 in Austin. Well, it's still 4 in Austin. It's 5, but I'm in Boston right now. And I am super, super excited because our guest today, who's sitting here physically next to me, is Veronica Durgan, who's the VP of Data at Saks, somebody who's extremely vocal on LinkedIn, who has been already on so many podcasts. I'm like, we need to have you on the show. And we just met 3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
In person. Cheers.
And it is 5 o'clock here, so we can officially drink.
So let's kick it off. What are we drinking? What are we toasting for? Veronica, what are we drinking?
I'm going to be a little silly and funny. Juan is as tall in real life as he is on Zoom. So I'll drink to that. The world of Zoom virtual, we're always surprised how tall or short people are. So I'll drink to that.
And we're both having the same good old fashioned.
Good old fashioned.
How about you, Tim? We miss you not being here. This would have been awesome.
I miss you too. I wish I could be there. Unfortunately, I'm not feeling well today, but I'm glad that y'all were able to meet up and be in person. I'm drinking a cocktail that I made up because I've got this liqueur called Punti Mess. It's kind of like a bitter vermouth, and I don't know what to use it in, so I'm inventing cocktails to have it. So Punti Mess with Drambuie and soda. I call it a punchy cola.
All right. Hopefully, you're still sitting up straight by the end of this podcast. We'll see.
You're ready for the second one afterwards. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah, hopefully. It's kind of bitter, but it tastes good. Pretty low proof, which is good. So cheers.
Cheers. All right. So we got our question of the day, our warm-up question. So today is all about guiding the next generation of data leaders. What class do you wish you could have taken in school to guide you in some way?
Psychology of leadership. I am fascinated by psychology. I think we're all focusing on tech. Tech is logical and easy to understand. Humans are not. And being an effective leader, you truly have to understand who you're working with and how to best work with them. I really, it's like on my list to hopefully find some courses to take and hopefully understand how humans work.
That's a great answer. We don't learn enough how people work when we're in school, right? Psychology was on my list. The other one I had on my list was personal finance. I think that would have been very helpful.
Yeah, and for the psychology is one I think I'm lucky. I'm married to a psychologist, and she's a behavior analyst. So I've been learning a lot of that.
Or you can marry one. So you can either take a class or marry.
That's what. So I got that a little bit covered.
Yeah.
For me, it's actually taken statistics, but I really didn't pay that much of attention to statistics. I wish I really paid. I should have taken advantage of that more. And the other one is history. I mean, I've taken history, but I know when you're young, you're like, I don't pay attention to that. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, I should really.
Is it for fun, like history, or do you find practical kind of lessons from it?
So both, if depending on the type of history, you can learn lessons from it. But I think it's about the critical thinking about learning what happened from that history, and even just like thinking about how you learn from the past and then apply that to where you are today. I think that's the important thing. Goes again, right? We keep reinventing the wheel. We talk about reinventing the wheels, and if you don't know the past, you're doomed to repeat it. So I think it's all about history.
So true. Yeah, I remember I didn't like history either. It was all about memorizing dates.
Yeah,
and it had no meaning.
Exactly.
But now when you look back, it's not memorizing dates. It's the events and the outcomes.
And I would actually argue that maybe the way it was taught, it was not the best.
Probably.
Well, anyways, that's for a different topic. But actually, we're going to talk a little bit about kind of education and stuff. So let's kick it off with our discussion today. So honest, no BS. What are you excited and what are you annoyed about the next generation of data leaders?
Well, I'm just excited. My oldest son is in college, and just I honestly, I just want to go back to college now. Everything he's describing, everything he's learning, I'm like, oh my God, I wish, can I take a class instead of you?